All right, guys. Welcome to Off-Road Shenanigans podcast live streaming. I hope y'all all having a great, wonderful Thursday evening.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we are going to go over a few topics tonight. So, what we're going to do is actually we're going to introduce everybody to the podcast, bring everybody in, and just tell y'all a little bit about who we are, why we're doing this, and kind of grow from there. So, feel free to comment in the comment section below. We'll try to get to your answers as quick as we possibly can and answer them if you have questions for us or if you just want to make some comments, feel free to. I hope that everybody comes along with us and joins us during this journey of our podcast. We plan on doing this on a normal basis. We've talked about it. We've been talking about this for months
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So now that we finally got it kicked off and going, we're still working with some of the digital media stuff on the backdrops, on that kind of stuff. I think we're going to get a new backdrop for the back of ours instead of doing the blurred out section, whatever. But it's all good. But we got a couple people on the background that are waiting for us to bring them on. So we're going to go ahead and bring them on now. Let me first tell you what, let me introduce you who this is. I'm Chris with Offer Shenanigans. I'm the owner and operator here at the shop. And this is Michael Peasley. He has came along good way so long ago, huh?
Oh, yeah. Been on and off working with you a couple years. I come from a parts background. That's how I met Chris, and ever since then, he can't get rid of me.
Sure. Well, he's when I saw him full sending on the side of the mountain and jumped it up on top of the mountain like a Superman, I knew he belonged part of this team. So
That was
we
a good
brought him
trip.
on, and Bronkbuster Tyler Bronkbuster's on. So thanks for joining us. But yeah, ever since I saw you leap up on top of what was what was that?
Oh,
Baby back.
baby back.
Yeah,
Yep.
he jumped up on top of baby back out of Hidden Falls, and I was like, "Yep, this guy belongs part of our crew." So we brought him along, and he's been helping us out, and he's actually part of our committee, our chair committee on the Let's Great Crawling event that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and introduce Caden and Lexi from the group. Caden and Lexi, how are y'all doing tonight?
What's up, dude?
Hello, hello.
Yeah. All right. So, Caden and Lexi, they started off with us as customers of ours. Caden brought his Polaris Ranger to us and said he wanted to put some portals on it and some other things, and we ended up getting that done. And
Yeah,
You got it done, Chris.
Well,
there's a little background story in that.
first I got a Can-Am, and then I wised up and bought me a Ranger. So that's where we're at now. Ranger on some portals and some 35s. Chris and the boys helped me do it, and all the guys that I hunt with love it. Ain't found nothing that can't go through yet, and it's definitely gonna be a good hunting rig this year. We're gonna figure it out.
For
That's
sure.
my
Can't wait to get on the trails with us too.
For sure.
So anyway, Caden came in with his buggy and then he introduced Lexi to us, and come to find out later on that Lexi actually does media stuff with cameras and videoing and editing and all that kind of stuff. So we brought her on the team, and she's been doing some of our shorts lately. If you've been following um, our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook and all that, you've been seeing some shorts pop up here and there, and she's been doing that. She's working hard. She's trying to learn on how we operate and how we do things here at the shop, and
Yeah,
she's
it's
doing a good job.
definitely
We
it's-
blend right in because it's a circus over here too, man.
and it's definitely a
Yeah.
learning process because it's just a whole new industry for me. I'm so used to the design and filming and stuff, but I'm not used to subjects of
I guess
hardcore guys crawling up the mountain.
I guess I would be the link between the two that made the connection happen. Where she's asking, what are portals
What
again?
is a portal? And now I know who Bronkbuster
What's
is.
that?
She's
How's it
learning.
cost so much?
She's learning. She definitely knows what I'm spending my money on now.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna try to make some of it back and help out.
So anyways, we got some people off the camera tonight that's not with us. They will be joining us on future podcasts, but we have other parts of the team members with us. We have Preston, and he is my sales manager here at the shop, and he also manages our shop for us and keeps the day-to-day operations underhand and make sure things go smoothly for me. And takes care of our lovely customers and clients that comes in here and get services and parts done for us. And I really appreciate everything he's done for us. He's been a blessing since we brought him aboard this last spring, actually. And then we've got Zach. Zach has been with me now for, I think this is his first official year, a little over a year now. So Zach's one of our technicians, and he's been doing a great job. He's really good at suspensions and some other things, and he's just kind of a smart fella, and he can figure stuff out more like no one else can. So and then our other team member is Josh. We brought him on back in December of this last year. Josh has a lot of similarities of where I came from, the military and stuff like that. So we saw eye to eye on a lot of things, and he's been an amazing part of our team. So one thing about us at RS is that we're a kind of special clan. We like to pick on one another. We kind of like giving each other hard times, right? Right? Does that sound right, Caden?
Oh yeah.
Pretty accurate.
I wasn't doing no picking because Preston ain't with us right now.
Trust me, he'll get his turn. I promise you that. But what was that?
I said, yeah, he's next.
Yeah, for sure. So, and we like to do a lot of riding together. Every one of us have some kind of buggy or Jeep or something like that, and we like to hit the trails pretty hardcore. And everybody knows me as the Mr. Break It. I like to take my buggy out there and full send it all the time, and end up normally breaking it and towing it back home.
Oh yeah, that's my kind of party, man.
That was actually the first weekend that I met you.
Yeah.
They drugged me out at 6 a.m. and
Yep.
we're like, it's gonna be so fun. We're
Went
gonna
out to
do this
Hidden
and
Falls
that.
and ripped some A-arms off.
And
had a good
I
old
mean,
time.
it was fun until everybody was just
I still had
sweating.
fun when that
I'm
was
still
going on,
sweating.
Chris. I had a blast.
It was
Right on.
It was a new
But we have a lot of people that go out and ride with us, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about them a little bit later in the podcast. We're going to try to keep this as short as possible. I'm thinking probably 20, 30 minutes, but I've got some key points I want to make sure y'all hit, and make sure we hit the most important spotlights that we need to talk about. So we got the introduction knocked out. So what is ORS and who are we? So Off-Road Shenanigans was formed in February of 2022. So we're a little over 2 years old now, working on our third year. And we are a shop that does maintenance, repairs, services, installation services like install lift kits, install portals, install audio, pretty much any kind of way you can customize and build your buggy or Jeep or any kind of vehicle.
I've seen all kinds of things walk through these doors. I'm shocked. Sometimes I pull in to say hi and check on if you guys can get me something, and I'm always shocked.
Yeah, so we and that's our primary plan is to build the next awesome thing out there on the trails. Build them so that our customers can enjoy them and have fun on the trails without breaking too much. But we have a full custom shop here. We do have a 5x10 plasma table that we can cut up to 1-inch thick steel on. And with CNC designing, we can make brackets and suspension portal or plates, and we can actually do custom signs and do all kinds of other stuff. So we're actually venturing a little bit more into doing some fabrication for some of our partners as well, and we'll talk about that later as well. So some of the other things that we can do is that we have a lot of products here in our store. We've been working really hard day in and day out trying to get our store perfect, and we still have a lot of work to do. We're still a small company. Like I said, we've only been open for a little over 2 years now. So we are trying to gain vendors. We're trying to bring more people in, offer more parts for everybody. So that way they can get them more locally and they can put their hands on them quicker, and also get to experience it firsthand. There's not a lot of custom shops in our Central Texas area. Most of them are on the east side of Texas, down there in like Houston and up north a little bit. So it's nice to have a custom shop like we have here in the local area, and a lot of people sure take a benefit of that.
Oh, absolutely. The reason I came in today.
There you go. So a couple of things else that we can offer is we do a lot of figuring out how to make the custom buggy, right? So we can take a nothing and turn it into something. We've got a couple projects in the shop now, like we were turning a 2016 Razor, Turbo Razor, and turn it into a golf cart. So that's going to be really interesting when it's all said and done. Y'all seen that in the shop, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
I got some pictures of it today, actually. I need to put together.
And we're going to be getting some episodes on that here shortly too. So we're moving along with it. It's been a long project, but I think we're going to finally kick it in the butt and try to get some stuff done. Can't wait to get that done. But some of the things that we do is we go out riding a lot to a lot of the big events that are, and we do a lot of them here in Texas. But recently this year, we started actually going out of state, venturing out a little bit into the outer states. We went to California at King of the Hammers this year. We went to Opie and where was that? Arkansas, I believe. But we went to a whole bunch of different places and got to meet a lot of the vendors out there. Got to meet a lot of the bigger YouTubers out there, trying to build a relationship with them. We went to CW Motorsports, which is one of the vendors we work with up there in Illinois this year, and met with a lot of their crew and got to see their new facility. Their new facility is amazing, man. They got a big, huge new shop there. They're custom building motors and engines and transmissions and stuff.
That's
really
amazing.
cool still. But so a lot of people don't know that we're here. Our signage on the road is kind of bland at the moment. We do have big game plans on putting more and better signage out on the highway and some more flags out there to bring those customers in. But it takes a lot of our customers and our clients that are out there to refer us. And that's actually, I would say, probably 65 to 75 of our business is referrals. And we really appreciate all that.
Yep.
So, not the some of the vendors that we work with, we have we're authorized dealers for Super ATV, Amsoil, Rugged Radios. We just picked up Rhino USA. We're really happy about that. We've got a nice store display here for Rhino USA and all their products, and we'll go into that later on as well in some of future displays. And I think Caden, you just became a customer of Rhino USA, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I think I left my box in your office.
You
No,
did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I was so concentrated on getting that brute force in my truck and not making it fall out on the way home.
Don't worry, it'll be in the back of my Jeep for you.
Hey, that's
One of my big vendors I work with is Bronkbuster. They're here locally in Fisher, and Tyler is the owner over at Bronkbuster, and he has been superb to our business here at Off-Road Shenanigans. He has taken me under his wing and helped me bring in I guess you could say business ethics, and showed me the ways on how to run businesses and how to keep the businesses up and going. And also gave me an understanding on really the 6th-gen Broncos. The 6th-gen Broncos, they didn't have a whole bunch of stuff for the 6th-gen Broncos when they first came out. They were a new thing.
Yeah, I was looking to buy one for a long time, and until the market was going to be there for me, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And actually ran into a gentleman that worked with Tyler and introduced us. And I kind of can't wait to get my hands on another Bronco. I'm doing a 79 for my daughter, but 6th-gen, that would be a nice daily.
Yeah,
I'm
for
looking
sure.
forward to Saturday so I can actually touch it. The Bronco at Hidden Falls.
So, and another big thing is with Bronkbuster is that he's developed and designed a lot of products to make them stronger. Okay, so a lot of people know they have the independent front suspension on them, which everybody has in the back of their brain that they're a weaker point to the off-roading industry instead of doing a straight axle and everything. But Tyler has found out the weak points. Nevertheless, if you go to his YouTube on Bronkbuster YouTube channel, you'll see plenty of videos of him discovering where the weak points on the Broncos are.
Best way to do it is braking.
That's absolutely right. And he's developed tie rod braces to make the tie rod stronger. He's developed stronger differential tubes, stronger steering racks. I mean, he's just done a lot, and he's done lift kits, body lifts, all that stuff. And every day I can call this guy anytime, day or night, as long as it's before 9 p.m. because that's his bedtime. But he'll answer my call, and all I have to do is say, "Hey, man, I've got it. I'm stuck in a corner. I need help," and he will be there to help me out 100%. I gotta show this because this is so true. Tyler says he runs a Bronco like Chris runs buggies.
Oh yeah,
This
yes,
is 100% sure.
that's
Um,
exactly.
Prime example, the
uh,
first day I met you.
yeah, for sure.
And the first time
Um,
you took Bronc Buster out, right?
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
he's rolled his Broncos, he's broken parts on his Broncos, and I think I've repaired his Bronco more than I've repaired my own buggy.
I don't know. That's going to be a close call.
That's close race.
We'll have to put it on paper and pencil and figure that out and see if that's the case
I
or
would
not.
not do that. All that's going to do
We
is
tallied up.
hurt both of y'all's feelings.
Tyler is good hearted. He loves to full send it. He does not take off roading lightly. He likes to go out there and find out what he can and can't do. And he can do a lot more than we think he can. And Bronc Buster is really a monster machine. That's a monster truck he's built.
Yeah, those are the guys you want to definitely have on your team.
For sure. He's got 43-inch Mickey Thompson red lines on that thing, and it will go like no other place to go. He took it out to King of the Hammers this year, went up an obstacle club called Chocolate Thunder, and that thing dominated like it was no other. And it's a standard Bronco, so it's not just like hitting the gas and going. You actually have to work that clutch pretty hardcore to hit those obstacles right.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to wheel a standard and some of the stuff that he gets into. No,
and I've tried it, and it's not fun at all. And he does a really good job, and he's really learned that Bronco pretty well. But a little bit going backwards a little bit. I do want to hit Chris Moore is a good friend of the shop. He actually used to work with me. And he asked, do we offer pickup and delivery? Of course we do, Chris. We are doing that again. We actually used to start. We started doing it when we opened up the business, and it helped us out a lot by bringing people that don't have trailers or vehicles to tow vehicles to us to get worked on. And we were doing that for a little while, and the insurance company didn't like it. So unfortunately, we had to step back in and pull away from doing that. And then Chris has stepped up to the plate and said, "Hey, look, man, I know that you can't do it. We would love to be able to help you with this and pick up vehicles and bring them to your shop for your customers, and then take them back when they're done." And he's been doing that now for a couple of weeks now, and it's been working out really well for us and him, and as well as the customers. So thank you, Chris, so much for helping us out with that. And definitely, yes, we do offer pickup and deliveries now again.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
So
I don't have a truck or a trailer. I have to use this guy.
So I want to hit a couple key points real quick. So if you're not familiar with all of our social media stuff, we have a website, we have a YouTube channel. If you're not watching it now, we have a Facebook account, we have an Instagram account, and we share a lot of our videos and a lot of our events that we go to, or a lot of our trail rides, a lot of our shop videos. We try to keep y'all updated as much as we possibly can. And I'm going to give y'all a little, if you haven't had time to go and check out all of our social media stuff and our website, we're going to go ahead and just kind of go over it real quick. So this is our website, offroadshenanigans.com. Now, this website has come up from a baby website to where it's at now, and it's still growing. I actually have a web developer team that is revamping it again, making it look even better and more user friendly than it already is at this point. But we actually got the e-commerce part of the website going about, I want to say 3 months ago, maybe. But we've been struggling about actually being able to sell product online. It was all about the website. And if y'all know websites, they're not cheap to build. So if you go to our products, you can see here all the different items that we offer for our customers, including accessories like tie downs, ratchet straps. This is where all of our Go Rhino stuff as well. So feel free, get on there, check it out, do a little surfing. I know we do offer shop pay now, which is actually going to help out our customers a lot with some of the bigger products. You can split your payments up if you want. We got your eye on some candy, some for your parts and your vehicle and accessories and everything. You can split your payments up by applying for that shop pay on there. Also, another big spot on here is our consignment spot. So what we do is we sell vehicles for our customers. It's a sale between the customer and the buyer, but we're just a third party kind of place for them to store their vehicles at. and kind of get it out there on the market. And you can see here, we have an array of different vehicles on here, anywhere from Jeeps, completely fully built Jeeps with a Hellcat motor on it, all the way down to golf carts. So feel free to get on there, check out what we have for consignments. If you ever have any questions about it, feel free to reach out and hit us up. Another part I want to hit on here real quick is our merchandise and our swag on here. So as we grow our brand name, we would love for everybody out there to start wearing some of our swag. So we do have some off-road Shenanigans t-shirts and a green slimy Sport Tech and a regular cotton shirt, and hoodies and hats. And we are growing. We're actually working with one of our vendors, and that is Goats Trail. And she started doing our apparel about 3 or 4 months ago, and she's been doing a phenomenal job on it. We've been super happy about it. Also, I want to hit on here real quick is the calendar events on our website. This is where we will post all of our events that we will be attending for sure. So you can scroll through the months and look at all the different calendars or events that we're going to be attending, and then you can click on the events themselves and get more information on them. So we're going to go back a little bit. Let me go back over to. All right. So there's our website, and feel free to scoot around it. Find us on Facebook on Off-Road Shenanigans, and as well as Instagram, Off-Road Shenanigans LLC. Our YouTube channel has been growing since October. We started our YouTube channel back in October of last year. Most of y'all know that when we started our YouTube channel, we had another media technician that was doing a lot of our stuff, and he's no longer with the team anymore, but all the great videos he's made is still on our channel and for y'all's viewing pleasure. And Lexi, I'm challenging you, girl, to step your game up. Let's get some full episodes out there. Our viewers been crying for it. They've been wanting it.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind trying to get everything like processed and like learn and research everything that there is to know about y'all. So I feel like it's ready to go, and I'm excited for Hidden Falls this weekend. That way we can get some footage, we can upload some episodes, and we can definitely spotlight like everything we're going to be doing this weekend, as well as at the Let's Get Crawling event that's coming up. And I mean, I'm sure we'll be there between now and then too. So
for sure.
I would definitely appreciate you guys throwing your mud tires back on and going to a park with me.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We actually got an event coming up. It's gonna be the Mudaholic Convention in October over at River Run. I can't wait for it. We did miss the Mudding for a Cure, I believe, wasn't actually this month. With everything going on, we've been running around here with our heads cut off lately because we've been so slammed at the shop. And plus, I can't really go anywhere if my buggy's halfway torn apart because my rear suspension's missing.
yeah.
So,
what we grew up doing was mudding, so that's all I was used to when he would talk about 4-wheelers, buggies, and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you're gonna tear it up. And then I found out you're crawling up walls.
She went mudding before portals were even a thought in someone's head.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way. That's how I grew up in the country, and
the Grizzly 660 on the 29.5s was the baddest boy out at the park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started off running swamp, and
there's been a lot
that route
that day.
So speaking of events, we like I said, we've been trying to increase our presence at as many events as possible, and we don't just do it just to go have fun. Don't get me wrong, we love to go have fun in those events. We love to go tear stuff up, go play in the mud, go hit the rocks and crawling all the time. But one of the main reasons that we actually go to the events is to share the brand, promote the brand, offer Shenanigans, and also not only that, for the networking out there for all the other companies and vendors that exist out there. One of my favorite things we've been doing lately has actually been networking with a lot of the other big YouTubers. We've networked with Matt's Off-Road Recovery. We've networked with Whiskey Biz.
BSF?
Yeah, BSF is a big one. Actually, I'm going to get into talking to them about it in just a second. They're a big topic for me to hit. But yeah, it's definitely BSF has been one. But anyways, as we grow our business and grow our brand, we are trying to reach out there and actually to do what they're doing because they're succeeding, right? They're doing really well out there. They like to hit the trails hard. They like to play hard, and it's doing them very well.
With the big dogs.
Yeah, for sure. And we're still puppies. I mean, we just learned how to crawl and walk around as a puppy, and we're getting knocked down every day. So, but
But you don't go out just to play.
no,
You went
Yeah.
out for Matt's off-road games and you set up a booth to repair vehicles that entire trip. You guys probably slept very little with all the repairs that you guys were doing for everybody else that was out there on the trails.
they ain't no kidding. I can just tell you, me, Tyler, Bronkbuster, and let's see who else out there with us. I think it was Joshua went out there with us that night, but we went out in the middle of the trails with Hefe over at Matt's Off Road, and we were setting up these 10 by 10 canopies on top of mountainsides, mind you, like in the dunes, for the next day events. And winds were blowing 30, 40 miles an hour. It's probably 20, 30 degrees cold outside. It was insane, but we got it done. But it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot of stuff, met a lot of great people out there. And yes, we did have an on-site repair facility. We repaired an old train.
Yeah, there was a train. You guys did a Humvee. You
Yeah.
guys did all kinds of stuff.
It
Wow.
was insane. And
I was astonished when I watched the video and I was like, how? Why did they find you for a train? And that was amazing.
It was. So the train was actually being used to haul people around from the parking lot to the event and stuff like that. And they lost their brakes. And that's not good when you have 30 or 40 people on the back of a train. So we had to go and repair that for them and got them back up and going. But the good thing is we got video of it and it's on our YouTube. Yeah, it's on our YouTube channels. You got to go check that out.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever run into a train with no brakes, you'll have it figured out.
That's right.
Put a call.
So some of the upcoming events we got that I haven't got on the calendar yet, and slap me on my hand for not getting it done. I've been an extremely busy guy with the shop here and trying to keep everything going with the upgrades that we're doing and trying to grow our business as well and working with Bronkbuster and everything. But I will get them up eventually. But we do have the Let's Get Crawling event that we are hosting this year for the first time, and we are super excited about it.
I can't tell you how excited I am because it's Halloween, first of all. So we're going to have that. We're going to have all the new experiences that I'm looking forward to, but it's also just trying to hype it up to everybody else around here.
We do. And I'm going to go into detail on that in a little bit towards the end of the podcast here, but I do want to hit up some other things that we do for the community. So I like to give back to the community, not just take from them, right? Well, when the customers come in here, unfortunately, a part of services and getting your stuff put on, we have to take the money for it.
It works that way.
Part of the game, right? But the good thing about it is I like to give back to the community. So when I do that, we actually host a one-on-one class, or like a rock crawling class, out at Hidden Falls. We try to do it about once a month, but it's been busy the last couple of months. And
it has, and it's been a little warm.
A little warm. Nobody likes to get out in this 110, 115 degree weather and do that stuff. So once it starts cooling down again, we're going to hit up some more one-on-one classes. But I challenge everybody that's never been on the trails before, or even if you have been on the trails before, come out and play with us at Hidden Falls for a one-on-one class. Because normally we do a one-on-one, then we do
the 200 level,
the 200 level, 202 or 201, whatever you want to call it, which is like the next step, right? You start hitting a little bit of the rock steps or rock crawls and stuff like that, learning your abilities and your.
Well, the 101 teaches them how to use their vehicle,
Right.
Airing down, disconnecting sway bars, whatever might need to be done for safety reasons. And then the 202 really goes, okay, now that you figured out how your vehicle works, now let's go do some more challenges. I think that makes a really big difference. When I came into the rock crawling world, I didn't understand a lot of that. And being around a handful of people that can teach you everything like that makes a huge difference in how you enjoy the sport. And I think that was a big thing for me getting into the rock crawling. I did it the first time almost as a joke to go, okay, I've seen it on YouTube. Let me go try it. And now I'm addicted.
It definitely is an addicting sport. And I haven't got Caden out there to do any rock crawling yet with me yet, but I'm going to bring him out there.
I did a little bit.
We sat with Preston.
We've got we've got a set of crawling tires for my buggy lined up. We're gonna try and get them on there before the Let's Get Crawling event, so we can give the
So we
two-door
can crawl a little bit.
we can give the 2-door Ranger a try. I won't be able to follow y'all, but I'll be able to watch from afar.
Sure.
I gotta have somebody carry me around with my camera.
Yeah, so I'll probably be running a drone, so I'm gonna be busy anyways.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I definitely want to get some tires, and I mean, I've heard a bunch of people tell me that, oh, that's not gonna crawl, and they don't know. I'm going out there to make sure I can go up the dirt trails and the rock trails, and I'm gonna spectate. I didn't build a crawler.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right. Yeah. So, and we have, I can't tell you how many times we've been out crawling together, and it's been countless times now, but we have probably put our machines and our vehicles to the max.
Oh,
of their
without a doubt.
capabilities.
Without a doubt.
Pushing it to its limits.
A couple
That's not
times we've
enough.
gone a little bit past. I ain't gonna lie, I do stuff that I don't think about, that I still run open differentials, and I'm watching and following the line that everybody else does with lockers, and I've got myself in some bad spots, and Chris has got me out of more than one or two.
And I've been rescued just as many.
Y'all figured out that Jeeps could fly too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. You have a little 2.0 with a turbo. You just put the foot down to the floorboard and you wait for that turbo to spool up, and you let off the brake, and things happen.
That's right. Absolutely. But so Hidden Falls, I mentioned it a few times for those who don't know what Hidden Falls is. Hidden Falls is a 2,500 acre park out in Marble Falls, Texas. And it's all rock crawling. I mean, there's a couple little mud holes out there you can play in, but it's definitely not a mud park. But I know that trail. I mean, that whole entire park out there, like the back of my hand. It is an amazing park. I love it. A lot of people don't like it because of all the dust and it's hot out there, but I mean, we live in Texas. That's what you have, right? I mean, so you either love it or you hate it. But they got a lot of challenging obstacles out there. I mean, they got some stuff that will just destroy
Absolutely.
your stuff.
And it's always a little bit changing depending on what the weather is. If we get a little bit of moisture, the trails tack up a little bit, and it's completely different than when it's been dry for 2 weeks. Everything gets a little bit dustier. So it's interesting. The same trail that you know and you're comfortable on changes every time you go out. And I love it.
For sure. Yeah, and that's one of the things I think I like about the park itself is that every time you go out there, it's a new trail, it's a new step because the steps are getting more challenging, or the holes are getting deeper, or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
There's stuff I have been able to do out there I can't do now, or there's stuff that I couldn't do before I can do now. So, I've been going to the park for 6 years or so, and I've really gotten to know the management team out there, and working with them over and over again, and building a repertoire with them, and getting to a point to where they agreed for us to host an event out there. So from what I understand, Four Wheel Parts used to host events out there before the COVID pandemic, and it was a pretty big deal out there. And ever since COVID hit, that kind of quit. So they haven't really seen much action out there. They've taken under some new management, done some strategic moves out there, and changing the park for the better. Have you been out there since all the updates?
I've seen a couple little things as they were starting to. I think it's great. Some of the trails were getting a little torn up, and they're going back in and making it a little bit better for the smaller vehicles that go out. The 101, 200 level stuff where they go out with a bone stock vehicle. We're out there. We're seeing Tesla trucks and Subarus and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, the Porsche that crawl through.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's fun seeing them come out and do this stuff. And a few months back, that may not have been available for them. So going back in and putting that money back into their own facility to keep it for everyone, I love it.
For sure. I'm going to hit a key point right here. Chris Moore says, what's it called when you're in a 101 class with mud? It's called getting stuck. Yeah, you'll learn real quick in mud that when you find a deep hole, you're not getting out of it. You better be riding with somebody else to get you out of there. So again, with the events, I know that we have our event going up. We're going to be at NSEMA again for the third time this year. I'm really looking forward to that. We go to SEMA every year for, like I said, the third time this year. So that way we can do a little business networking with the vendors that are out there, see some of the products that are being brought out to the market. That way we can get the upper hand on it. That's actually how we've acquired a lot of the vendors that we have now is going to SEMA and meeting these people hand to hand. It's one thing about picking up the phone call and say, hey, I'm such and such with such and such company. I want to become a vendor for you or distributor for you. And going out there and actually shaking hands with somebody and say, I'm such and such with this company, I'd like to do business with you. And that's a whole nother world. It's a personal basis and you actually get a little bit better deals with it. I mean, I've gotten vendors say no buy-in and signing them up that day. So it's worked really good for us. So we plan being back out there this year and we will be leaving the day after our big event. So it's going to be a lot on our plates. So we do have, let's see here. It is, I believe, called Mudaholic convention. I'm bringing it up. Give me just 1 second here. I had it up and then I closed it on accident. So there it is. Oh, okay. So actually they changed the dates. It looks like compared to what they normally run. I'm going to bring it up on the screen real quick. So that way, y'all can see it as well. Oh, don't shop screen. Present. Share screen. Still trying to learn this whole social media, like podcasts and stuff. So y'all bear with me.
Hey, this is day one for me. I can't dip my toe in this pool yet.
For sure. So here's the actually upcoming events that we normally attend out at River Run ATV Park in Jacksonville, Texas. Muddin for a Cure is October 10th through the 13th, which I believe we can make that for this year. And the Mudaholic Convention is November 7th through the 10th. And that one's going to be a little harder to attend this year because of the SEMA, because we will be coming back that weekend. So we probably won't hit that one this year. But we definitely be out there for the Muddin for a Cure in October. That tends to be our better event to attend anyways. They have more people show up to that one and they have a lot more vendors out of that one. We went to the Mudaholic convention this year and it wasn't as busy as the Mud for a Cure event. So we're looking forward to that one. We definitely be out there. So if y'all want to come and hit us up at the parks to come ride with us or come meet us or whatever you want to do, we will be there. All right. Let me see here. Trying to think of other events that we have on now. I know we'll probably go ahead and put a one-on-one class either in September, probably late September or early October. We'll get that those dates out there to y'all as quick as I can possibly get to get out there as quick as possible. Let's see here. Making sure I hit all the key points. Is there anybody out there that has questions for us on what we do or why we're doing what we do or anything y'all would like feedback on or comment on or anything like that? Lexi, Caden, y'all have anything y'all would like to talk about ORS and what we do and why we're here?
I'm just super pumped about Let's Get Crawling because that's going to be like my first big thing with y'all, and hopefully we have something in between, but I'm just kind of trying to keep an open mind and make sure I got all of your all of your bases covered for your company and everything works out really good.
Sure, absolutely. We're super happy to have you on board and I can't wait to see you grow with us and grow your skills with us and get better and better. I'm hoping I can bring you on full time one of these days, so we'll see what happens.
Well, we might share, man, with what me and you've been talking about.
Yeah, I'm
sure, absolutely.
It is, so I'm just trying to make sure everybody's got a little bit of something and we can go from there.
Yeah, me and Caden are working something on the background. I'm not going to release any information about it yet.
Once we pick a name, we'll tell them.
Oh my
God.
God.
There you go. Well, we got some surprising stuff coming up for y'all that we're working on the background, which is going to open doors for us and here at the shop and for our customers and clients and actually expand a little bit more than what we've been wanting to do. And that's actually what I'm going to talk about next real quick is actually what our future plans are here at ORS. So as we grow, we've doubled or quadrupled in size since the very beginning. When I started off, I started this business off in a storage unit. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So I was in a 12-foot wide by 40-foot storage unit, paying $300 a month for rent. and I did a few jobs enough to secure a deposit for a new shop. So I did that actually. So I opened the storage unit up in February of 22, and by April 1st, I signed my first lease at our shop that was over in Sattler. So that was a 2,600 square foot facility, 2 bays, double stacked, 8 deep, with an office probably about the size of a small restroom. Uh, it was cramped. It was
Okay,
horrible.
then.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings is correct. It was Chris Moore used to work for me over there, and my brother Aaron helped me get that business going, and it was a lot of it was a growing experience. I will tell you that the lot was as wide as a building, which is 40 feet wide, and the lot was about 100 feet long. So parking buggies, and by August, let me tell you something: the need for this shop was definitely needed here in this town because by August, I kid you not, at one point in time, I counted 87 vehicles on our lot. It was insane. It didn't last very long because we knocked them out pretty quick, but we had 87 vehicles on the lot and moving them in and out of the gates, parking them on the side streets, parking them across the parking lot in the sheriff's office parking lot, and just trying to make room to where you get vehicles in and out every day. Chris had fun trying to
That's Tetris.
make that happen every day.
You're Tetris in it. Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was a big Tetris thing, and it was a very interesting growth. But I tell you what, that was the awakening point for ORS. That was a turning point for us. That's when I said I need to get a bigger shop. And unfortunately, bigger shops come with more money, right? That's going to cost you more money. You sign bigger leases, bigger terms. You kind of get scared as a business owner to make that next step because you're like, is it really going to last? Is it really going to work out? And it did. The Lord has come through and pushed me through it, and I am standing here today with a new facility that we signed a 5-year lease with back in April of 23. So 1 year at the old shop and 23 we moved into this shop. So that we've been in the shop now for a little over a year. It's a 1.5 acre or a little over 1 acre lot. So plenty of room for storage compared to what we had before.
Oh, yeah.
We're right on the highway now. We have highway frontage. So that's a big, huge plus and push. And not only that, we've got this glorious store here. And now don't get me wrong, I'm not no big, huge power sport dealer and all that. I don't have a 10,000 square foot showroom and showcase room, but
You're doing the important stuff. You're keeping the buggies on the road
that's right.
or
Absolutely.
off the road.
But we got to grow. We have to take them
Off
baby
the
steps
road.
first.
Absolutely.
What was that, Caden?
Michael said you're keeping them on the road, but you're really keeping them off the road.
Yeah, gotta keep them where the fun is. Dirt and
Yeah,
mud.
for sure. But you know what? We've been blessed with what we had. The customers and the clientele that we've had come to us has just been a blessing. And I can't thank anybody more enough than my team. And then everybody's been supporters and the promoters for us. They just been pushing me. And here we are standing today being pretty successful, growing more than I could ever imagine being grown. Real quick, I want to hit this real quick. Chris said, what about the ramp challenge? I'll hit on it real quick. We are going to hit a whole podcast episode about this and throw some more information about this, informative information about it. But it came to me a while back to build a ramp to test out the flexibility of vehicles, capabilities of their lift kit, suspension flex. And they have specifications that you can build a ramp to that you can actually get scores on, which they call RTS score or ramp travel index score, which reminds me.
Yeah, Lexi told me to do it before she took off today.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I had to go to the chiropractor. I was looking at my computer all day and I was just like, I need to do this so we can focus on the podcast and get this rolling.
Yes, absolutely. And we will get Michael on the flex ramp eventually, but we've actually had, I think we have up to like 10 people now that have done it successfully. And we've had a ramp for about a month now. And what we're doing is that we'll do a video and check it out on our shorts on our YouTube. I'm trying to get them up as quick as I can. But we will bring somebody out here either with their stock vehicle, their partially built vehicle, moderately built vehicle, or fully built vehicle. And we will give them certain measurements on the ramp that they acquire and that calculates out to their RTS score. So in reference, 1,000 is like the perfect score. Now you can get a better score than 1,000. That's like OMG. That's a lot of flex.
I think
What?
today it was like 750 something.
Well,
Somebody.
actually, we got a new record holder. Zach put his XJ on there the other day. He's holding a record
Did he really?
$9.99.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's all about those Cherokees.
Oh man, that XJ is got some flex on it. He's sitting on some big old Dana 61-ton axles, and he has them 40-inch tires, and it flexes like no other. And the problem is,
What's that?
he could have flexed out more, but he was hitting his fenders and was risking damaging his tires.
Oh, he just needs to cut the fenders off like I do.
That's my kind of guy.
Yeah. We were actually
Balls on.
Just cut 'em off.
we were teasing about it because we were talking about, when we put 35s on here, we'll really figure out what this XJ's going.
Right?
Are you?
So the bad thing about the flex ramp is that the bigger the tires you go actually hurts your score, because you start hitting your fenders and everything on it. So
So what you're saying is, so I can catch up to him, I need to borrow Josh's small tires.
there you go.
Put the donuts on.
I need to grab Josh's 31s and put them on and yank my 37s off.
Yes,
Got it.
absolutely. So I challenge all of my viewers, all of my customers and my clients, bring your vehicles, whether they're a Jeep, a Bronco, a crawler, an XJ, a buggy, a side-by-side. I don't care what you got. Bring it to ORS. We will put it on the ramp and we will score it. The only one catch is you've got to be on video and you got to get recorded doing it. So
Tyler, if you haven't left yet, what was your score on the ramp last time?
maybe he's still there. I think he took off.
Hey, Chris,
yeah.
Are you planning on taking the ramp? So let's get crawling.
We are going to be taking the ramp to Let's Get Crawling. That's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up. We will have the ramp out there, and actually, we're looking at trying to build on our turkey articulation.
Articulation?
Thank you.
I got you. Don't worry.
It's the
Oh man, I can't talk. It's been a long day. But yes, we're gonna build a trailer that actually shows you your Mac off camber. So it'll have like a lift on the front corner and another lift on the opposite side rear corner. And what we can do is lift up the vehicles and find out what your max offset is with the vehicle. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I just got to find a trailer
of a ramp competition while we're there.
Yes, absolutely, for sure. The cool thing about what I'm going to do with the ramp is, and I haven't got there yet, we're going to be making badges for the ramp. So everybody that runs the ramp, they will get a badge made for them. Now we have to do like 10 or 15 minimum, I think, at a time. So after I get 10 to 15 badges or people that done it, I can send off the order and get the badges made and get them sent back to us. But one badge will go on the ramp for that individual. And then the second badge, I'll have a copy of it and giving it to the individual they can put on their vehicle for them. So that's one good plus about it. And then, like I said, we're going to go more into talk about the ramp later on. Another episode, we're going to talk about naming the ramp and some other things we plan on doing with the ramp, but we'll go on down that road later. We're almost out of time. We've been on here for 48 minutes already. Can't believe it's been that
already.
Can't believe, wow. And
another day in the office.
Another day in the office. I'm trying not to bore anybody with anything, but I do want to hit one big thing real quick. It's Let's Get Crawling. Now, let's talk about that just for a minute. The Let's Get Crawling event is October 31st to November 3rd at Hidden Falls. It is the first of its kind. We have two main challenges out at the event. One's going to be the toughest crawl challenge.
I can't wait.
Are you going to do it?
I don't know. I might be stupid enough. I wheel my daily driver, so it's a big risk for me to push it that hard. But you'll
have plenty of peer pressure.
Oh, I bet I will.
Yeah, for sure. And we're looking at getting one of our buddies out there with one of his bouncers and running it. I can't wait to see him do that. And once I can get a confirmation on when he's going to do that, we're going to get great video of that and bounce up the side of the mountain and share that with y'all. But we also have another event or challenge out there. It's called the King of Wildcat Mountain Challenge. And that challenge is a combination of obstacles that are actually on that mountain.
Yes.
Starting off with Damn It, Derek, going up Penthouse, and then crossing over the mountain and going down Staircase and coming back up Staircase. So
that might be my better event.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's be a better event for a lot of people.
Maybe I'll
Damn It, Derek's pretty tough, man.
Oh, it is.
Damn It,
I
Derek's
accomplished it once, and it scared me so much I haven't decided if I want to do it again.
One thing about Damn It, Derek
years ago.
He was one and done.
Me and Preston are definitely planning on winning tug of war.
Yes, and that's another thing too. I'm glad you said that. We are going to have a tug of war out there. We'll have side by sides pulling side by sides, Jeeps pulling Jeeps, buggies pulling buggies. And I'm thinking about even doing a person versus person, like a team of group of people pulling.
Oh,
like
Preston and I got this.
old school,
Preston
old
and I
school tug of war.
I mean, that might be an idea if you can beat the ORS crew in a tug of war.
There you go. Hey, see, it's
There we go.
the actions are
We're
happening. The
learning,
plans will
Chris.
work for sure. I can't wait to happen that. But we want, even if you don't have a 4x4 vehicle or been off roading before, we want our spectators. We want y'all to come out and actually come watch the event.
We have talked to a gentleman that's we're trying to get in there to shuttle people around to the different spots in the park, so you don't have to have your 4-wheel drive to get out there. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
The
Yeah,
park
for sure.
also does rent buggies, correct?
Say that again.
The park also does rent buggies, correct?
They do, but they're not there anymore. They no longer doing it. The actual park doesn't do it themselves. They had a outside vendor doing it. But I don't know. I don't want to touch on that because I know some information that I don't know is public yet. So I'm going to leave that be there for now. But if I find out any firm information on that, I definitely will share that with everybody.
You can always keep up on their website as far as that goes.
Sure. And I'm going to touch on that just a hair, just because that park is kind of like it's a personal park for me, and I take a lot of the I don't know, I take it to heart on that park a lot just because I worked with them so much. But they've changed their rates recently, but it's for the better. It really is. They're putting that money back into the park.
They are. Well,
They
That's a
had
lot.
a
Dang.
yeah, for sure. And they had a dozer out there, and they had it out there for weeks at a time. They're recutting the park roads for smaller vehicles to be able to make it up to the top of King of Walking Mountain. I went up there, I don't know, about a month ago after they just got done grading the roads, and it's so much nicer and smoother. It's they're doing a lot of work. And I think I'm going to help them. I think we talked about going in there and doing some tree trimming on some of the trails and stuff like that. Which is, if you've ever been out to the park before and you ever read the rules, don't bring a chainsaw, don't bring loppers and cut your own tree paths and stuff like that. They don't appreciate that at all. Let the crews do their work. But we know that some of the trails are tight out there, and we're working with it. And we're also working with Onyx to get the trails remapped out there a little bit better than they are now. So we have a lot of updates coming up with them in the park out there. And, those guys treat me really well out there, and I try to do the same for them. So
they're a local park. I
Yeah,
mean,
they are.
they're a short drive for us, and it's a great park to go to.
Yes, and it's only like 1 hour down the road for us. So I wish we had more parks local to us. I think the other local parks for us are more mudding parks than anything. But we have Katimsi Rocks, and then we have Wolf Caves, or our only other really rock crawling parks around here.
Correct.
The only bad thing about Katimsi Rocks and Wolf Caves is they only allow full size vehicles out there, so no buggies, no side by sides, and stuff like that. But nevertheless, they call it the mini Moab out there. If you've ever been to Moab, it is an freaking amazing place to go off roading or rock crawling and stuff, trail riding and everything else. And I went for the first time this year with Tyler with Brockbuster, and it was phenomenal. I mean, it was definitely a bucket list item for me. I freaking loved it, fell in love with it. And I think this guy's gonna come with me next month and come explore it again.
I've been kind of busy, so I've kind of been going back and forth though. Am I going to go? Am I not going to go? I'm a little concerned about some of the trails.
Just looking at the previous pictures of y'all out there, like, it was incredible. You don't see scenery like that either.
It is breathtaking. It's amazing out there. It's definitely a special privilege to get to go out there and play on those trails.
And I don't think I can pass up the opportunity to go with someone that I can trust that much. I mean, I've almost flopped my buggy a couple times, and you're just like, no, just do this, that, and talk me back out of a bad spot. That's the only reason I feel comfortable with my current build to go out there and do what we're going to do.
For sure. Absolutely. So, guys, it's been about an hour now that we've been online, and I really appreciate everybody that's participated with us tonight. Y'all have been amazing. Again, I can't thank y'all enough for the continued support for Offer Shenanigans as we grow as a team here. We're trying to add more team partners with us every day as much as the funding allows us, even as our team, our off-roader adventurous over here next to me likes to go with us and be part of the team and promote us. We can't thank y'all enough. It's been amazing. I appreciate everything you've done for us. I mean, you promote us pretty hardcore. So
No, I just love being part of the group.
absolutely. Tyler's done a really good job of helping us promote and stuff like that. And I have a handful of other. There's too many to list here on this podcast. I can sit here all night and list everybody individually that's helped us by referencing us and pushing our name out there and giving us the extra push that we've been needing for this business to succeed. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think I see a bright future for ORS.
Oh, without a doubt.
As long as the economy doesn't crash on us completely and everybody sells their vehicles and buggies, and we'll be all right.
I'll sell my house before I sell my Jeep.
Hey, I was just about to say that, dude.
You can live in your Jeep.
I can sleep in my buggy. I can't crawl my house.
That's right.
For sure. So if you haven't had the chance to come by and meet Off-Road Shenanigans crew, make sure you come by and see us at 8228 FM 2673 in Canyon Lake, Texas. We're here in a small little part of the world, but we are definitely, we love our lake here, even though it's half dry now, but we love the community that we have here. The people we've met out here have been phenomenal, and we appreciate the community support that we've had. I think we've done the 4th of July parades now for 2 years in a row, and a Christmas parade. And it's just everybody, when they see us, they're like, hey, look, it's Off-Road Shenanigans. They're all pointing and smiling and laughing and making, they're just happy to see us. And, Caden and Lexi were the first time they joined us at the 4th of July parade this year and dressed up their buggy and everything. And it's just,
I rented a bald eagle.
Yeah. Bald eagle. That's right. But it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. I can't thank everybody enough that's been helping me get this business to where it's at, and I can't wait to see where it's at in 5 years. So,
Amen.
We're going to be here for all of it.
yeah. I mean, my 5-year plan is huge. Probably my 10-year plan is to be on a major highway somewhere at the big, huge facility, but only time and money will make that happen, right? So,
And your willpower.
my willpower.
Gotten you this far.
You can ask anybody that knows me here. They can drive here at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, 2 a.m. in the morning. These doors are open and I'm here working on either somebody's vehicle, or I'm working on the shop, or working on the office and the store, or trying to make things, trying to get paperwork done, trying to get the last minute crunch in, and it kills me every time. But that's what it takes to run a business. And the first 5 years is the hardest steps to make. So being 2 years in, working on a third year, I think we're going in a positive way for sure.
We're doing awesome.
Absolutely. Well, I want to give a closing to Caden and Lexi. Y'all have anything else y'all want to say?
No, sir. It's been a great hour. Just I didn't even realize an hour had gone by until you had mentioned it. But
Yeah, I never thought I'd be a podcaster, but here we are. It was fun.
It's been fun. I can't wait. Oh, you know what? I'm going to touch on that real quick. We do have plan on a lot more podcasts coming. We plan on doing this on a normal basis. We'll have different chapters of the podcast. We're going to do a podcast just for the Let's Get Crawling event, which is going to be happening very soon. We're going to be having Lexi and Caden and Michael and everybody else. I need y'all on this. We need to get this done ASAP so we can get more information out to our viewers and participants and
we're committing live.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it.
And so we'll get it done. And for sure, y'all make sure you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel or Facebook and Instagram. Hit that alert button so that way you get notifications when we go live and do our other streaming. And Lexi is going to be putting some magic behind the camera and the computer and getting some amazing videos out there for us.
Yeah, I said that. Like, oh my gosh, my list. I gotta get on my computer right now.
Yeah, for sure. But y'all been amazing. I appreciate y'all's time tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of the team, and we look forward to some great years ahead of us. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for everybody for joining us.
Thank you. See you trails.
You've been sitting in this one.